Georgia, up in the mountains. We're in zone 10.
6B.
6. Sorry.
We're usually in 10A, yeah. But today we are in 6B.
Yes. If you're unfamiliar with our channel, most of our channel is tropical edible stuff in Central Florida in zone 10A. But today we are in the North Georgia mountains, right on the line of Western North Carolina, zone 6B. We have a lot of different stuff in our gardens up here, certainly different than what we have in Florida. But we have a lot of different stuff going on, a couple different projects, and we thought we'd stop and share with everybody.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
All right, well, the best thing is the peach tree. This was planted here before we moved in, so we didn't plant this, but we've been enjoying peaches off of it every year.
Yeah.
Brent did a good job pruning it and
it's just loaded.
Using watered down fish emulsion to feed it, and it's got more peaches than ever before.
Yeah, it is just loaded, and we've been mulching it too. Not with the best mulch, but we have been mulching it. We're using, I think that's a pine bark or a
pine bark.
Yeah, and it was more of an ornamental choice than a functional choice, but I think it's been helping it over the past couple years.
It's lasted for years because I haven't redone it for a while. So
yeah, I would say this is the best fruit tree we have. We probably have 15 other ones we'll show you. Most of them we planted last year. Yeah. We also have some berries, and we have a couple ornamental things like this weeping Norway spruce here that we can show everybody. But I think we just wanted to start in this little section, honestly, of the garden because the view is real nice from up here. But we don't have a lot going off here right now. We'd like to make this a vegetable garden.
Yeah.
And we have some starts going right here, albeit a couple weeks late. But we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Just gonna keep going because late's better than never.
Than never, yeah. But we don't have a lot else to show right here. We just wanted to show this magnificent peach tree. Oh, and I want to show this. What is this? Some kind of
the
juniper. Yeah, I want to show this one last time because unfortunately when I put up this metal roof last year, it stuck out a little more than it did before, and it started sawing my tree in half, and I'm gonna have to take this tree down. I'm real bummed about it. So this video will be a lasting memory of that tree. But other than that, I don't think we have a lot to show in this area. So let's move on to something else. I know I do too. All right, so here's another garden that we've actually created over the last year. This used to be basically just covered with, what were they?
Hollyberry bushes.
Yeah, holly bushes.
Wisteria like choking them out.
I mean, literally 25-foot tall holly bushes all along this slope. So we took them all out. We planted some fruit trees and some berry trees. I'll let her run down everything we have here, but just to give you an idea of what we're doing, we planted the fruit trees, 25 feet apart at least, and they're gonna eventually be touching each other just about, but until they do, we're using the spaces in between for different kinds of berries. So let's go ahead and show everybody what we got. We'll start down here.
All right, so these first cages here are the magnolia fig, and these were tiny when we planted them. They don't look much bigger. They died back completely. So we'll just have to wait and see. I hope we can grow figs.
I know. I'm worried we can't. We've been told by a friend that they don't overwinter very well here in the mountains.
No.
We've never tried to grow them in the mountains. We've grown them successfully in Metro Atlanta, and we had some neighbors in Metro Atlanta that had some massive fig. I mean, I would call them bushes, not even trees, like big, huge. That one that we're always talking about along the barn there up the road from us, that guy had like 6 of them planted, and they were like, I mean, easy.
Our neighbors down there have figs, but
I think,
it is colder here because of our elevation, so that may change it a little bit.
I think we're 600 feet higher than the neighborhood at the bottom of our driveway.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
We got some blackberries sprinkled in that just popped up wild. Brent,
some have some fruit, right?
Yeah, right here.
Where?
Well,
down here. I think there's 2 different varieties of wild blackberries in here. And we've gotten these we basically just selectively weeded this area and only let the blackberries grow up.
They're still flowering right now. There's a bunch down there too.
Yep.
And there. They're everywhere.
We've gotten a nice patch going here from doing nothing.
Yeah,
like
and
we
these
didn't plant
really
anything.
Popped up last year. They weren't. It was just from the extra sunlight for the trees getting cut down.
Yep.
This is a Red Haven peach tree.
I think it has one peach.
Oh, I can't wait to if we just have this one, I can't wait to see it because it looks like the most beautiful color.
Yeah, I think we were sold on this because of this little, it was a marketing gimmick.
Oh my gosh.
Someone hit,
I really hope the peaches look like that.
Someone went into to Photoshop and made it look really good. And they sold us on it. But so we bought it, but it actually doubled in size since we planted it last August. So what are you looking at?
Our tree.
This giant.
I'm looking for
giant magnolia.
The magnolia blooms are starting.
Yeah, I saw a petal down on the ground over here somewhere. Yeah, the flowers are massive on these.
Right there.
Where? Oh yeah, it doesn't look great.
It's not super
Yeah.
new, but
this tree has gotten to be huge.
it is so big.
And it's awesome. Looks like a giant mushroom in the middle of our yard. It's so awesome.
Like literally probably there's one up there. Probably like 15 feet tall when we moved in.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
All right, what do we have here?
Yard. Right here, Teddy and Brent made these new trellises out of bamboo that I got from down the street, and then some T-posts and zip ties.
And I think these are red raspberries.
These are the Heritage red raspberry.
Do they have any berries on them yet? There we go. Yeah.
Look at that. And we've grown this variety before in zone 7, and it would give us berries from now until freezing.
Oh yeah, once these ripen, we'll get berries all season long until this plant freezes to the ground. It's so awesome.
Yes.
I mean,
however, we never trellised ours in zone 7, and we never cut.
Well, no, I had the fence there. I trellised them for sure. I trellised them. I trellised them. I promise I did. We didn't cut them back every year.
Yeah. Apparently, you're supposed to cut them back every year. Down to the ground. So we weren't doing that because they definitely, the ones we grew, seemed to, be less, be less fruiting. And
what
then
do we have
these
here?
are the Nova raspberries.
Okay.
I don't know anything about these.
Yep, we just got them.
Grown them.
Just planted them.
But they seem to be growing at a much slower rate than the other ones.
Well, I think we had them in a worse spot than these. I think that
we did.
This is the spot for them.
Yeah,
so.
I think that they already
Uh-oh, we got one popping up here. I wonder if this is a wild blackberry or a red raspberry.
Yeah, they kind of look exactly the same.
It is tough. All right, let's move on. What do we got next?
This is the Pink Lady apple.
Pink Lady apple. It has
Pink Lady apple.
It has some fruit on it. We have some kind of issue. I think it's
curling issue.
I think it's probably a nutrient issue.
It seems like it's gotten over it.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's
putting
gotten
off new stuff.
growth.
Yeah, I agree.
So I just need to go in there because look over there. I started pulling them on this side, and it looks a lot better on the ones that I did it to. So, all right, this doesn't look like much, but hopefully this is going to cover this whole area here. The dewberry.
Yep, right here.
We just collected it.
We collected it on a road trip where we stopped to walk the dogs, and it was the most prolific berry patch I've ever seen. What are they called? Brambles?
Any like raspberry, black raspberry.
It was the most prolific berry patch that we've ever seen. Seriously.
Yeah. And it's not really a bramble, or I mean, it was a bramble for sure, but it was maybe this high off the ground, and it had like runners going like everywhere. So I think it will take a big area quick.
Yeah, it has a its growth habit is more of like a ground cover. There'll be no need to trellis it like these other berries. I might trellis the wild blackberries because I think it helps them, but there's no need to trellis this. It's a straight up ground cover.
Yeah,
you can tell one of the immediate differences between a dewberry and a blackberry is you can see it has a red stem and it's very spiky. It's got big spikes and little spikes.
It also has like little tiny thin leaves too.
Yeah.
Hopefully not because it's dying,
but yeah, hopefully not. But
this side looks pretty good though.
It's the red stem and the fact that it's a ground cover are like the two most immediate like differences. The fruit itself looks just like a wild blackberry. It tastes pretty much like it too. So what do we have back here?
This is the persimmon, and it had a fruit on it that fell off. I don't think it was the time of year for the fruit to be on it. Maybe it
Yeah.
was just like something funky from like
Or-
the forced bloom or something that the company we bought the tree from did.
Well, I don't think
Sometimes
so.
that
No,
kinda
because it's
messes
been
with
in the
the veg.
ground for a while now.
Yeah.
It wasn't force bloomed. I think it's just not going to get fruit this year.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
But I love this tree. It's really pretty
It
with
is.
like the glossy leaves, and they're like almost heart shaped.
Yeah.
This was a good spot for it. It looks really happy. And then, so this dogwood we kept. That's like,
Yeah,
And-
this was
and-
growing out. The dogwood was growing out of the middle of the holly bushes,
uh-huh.
and then
this grape was
the
tangled
grapevine,
in there
yeah.
too. Somehow we got it free.
yeah, you can see. Yeah, I tried to save it. You can see this is a massive grapevine, and so we just saved it and made a temporary trellis out of T-posts for it. Honestly, just to see if it would come back to life this year.
Yeah, and I was worried because it just came
It
to
did
life.
just
and it looked
come to
like
life.
it looked like all of this
Yeah.
old wood was dead. So
And all the other grapevines in the forest were already alive. I was
Uh-huh.
worried about it too,
Me
but
too.
there it is. So
look at it. I mean, it's like busting out
yeah,
of.
great. All right, what do we have down
beautiful.
here? This was the
This is the
Kiefer
Kiefer pear.
Keeper. We need to prune this one.
Yeah.
I need
like
to
right
I need to
here.
take a refresher course on pruning these kind of fruit trees. We've been gardening in Florida for so long. We had a small orchard at our farm in Metro Atlanta, and I pruned those trees for several years, and then we sold it. And so I haven't pruned trees like this for a while. I know there's different methods, like a central leader method, and I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but I need to, like I said, freshen up some.
So this
Alright.
this is a Granny Smith apple. We personally love Granny Smith apples.
yeah.
They're some of our favorites. And I remember my grandma had Granny Smith
That's a nice little
apple
one right
tree.
there.
I'm pretty sure she
Our
had a
kids
Granny
love them
Smith.
too.
Oh yeah.
funny.
Because they're like snappy and sour. They're good.
All right, let's keep moving here. We got one
wait,
more.
Here's the Bartlett pear.
Yeah, we got the Bartlett here. This is the last one we have planted up here.
Yeah.
It's
And
doing
this is
good,
like a-
but you know, there's not much to show right now. There's no fruit. It already flowered. It's not going to fruit this year. So, what were you pointing out here?
the Japanese magnolia.
Yeah.
In the beginning of March, this tree is full of bloom.
Yeah.
We planted a few things over here.
Yeah, we did.
some
We moved some hostas.
and rhododendron and
Yeah, hopefully the deer won't get these. It's not
but-
much to look at. Most people's hostas
Yeah.
right now in this area
oh
are
my
like
gosh, they're
huge and full.
awesome.
Yeah.
But they were in the wrong spot, so I'm hoping that now they'll bounce back.
Yeah. All right, I think that's all we have for this little hillside garden here. Let's move on to another area of the yard. All right, so here is a little garden plot that we just made this year, and we have yet to put anything in here. I think we have some potatoes planted right here, and we continued the row. I don't know if you can see the popsicle sticks, but we continued the row of potatoes.
And these are, I'm just having them out here to sprout so I can watch them.
Oh,
But they're ready to
were they?
plant
What
now.
are they? Golden?
These are golden, yeah.
So that's what we have planted over there.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got some red onions that sprouted in the fridge too.
Oh
that I
yeah,
threw in
there's a
there.
couple onions over here, but really other than that, we don't have much planted here.
No, yeah, that's why we have all the little seedling starts so that we can. I don't want to put the plants in until like I can see them a little bit, so I can know where everything is.
Okay, we have two blueberry bushes here. This is the true blue. Which one is this? Tift blue. Tift blue. I should have known that. The tift blue. You can
This is a rabbit eye.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah, we have both, we actually have some blueberry bushes that are way better than these. We should just go over there and explain it there.
Yeah.
So let's just real quick, this is a rabbit eye, it's the tift blue. I think this one is something different.
Yes, it is.
It's-
This one is the other kind.
This is the legacy, and the legacy might be a high bush. Let's go over to where our killer blueberries are, and we'll explain quickly the difference between the high bush and the rabbit eye blueberries. All right, so here's our best blueberry bush.
Gosh, it's gorgeous. Look at all the red fuchsia. Like, it's so pretty.
Which one was this?
This is the Brightwell.
The Brightwell. So this is a rabbit eye.
No, this is a high bush.
No, this is a rabbit eye.
Oh.
It's a rabbit eye. The high bush was the legacy. The difference between the two, a rabbit eye or a high bush will tend to bloom later in the spring, but mature earlier in the summer. But they're smaller than rabbit eyes. We found our rabbit eyes bushes get, you know, these could get to be 15 feet tall almost, and just loaded with fruit.
This one almost is.
What is she getting into over there?
I don't know. Something's
Yeah.
vibrating like a,
She just get bit by something?
I don't know.
It's not a rattlesnake, is it? Nuh-uh, nope, nope. Well, if it is a rattlesnake, we don't have the right shoes or boots on for it. Watch out.
It's like in here.
Yeah, I think
it's a
cicada. I think it is too. But anyway, Rose, you're causing all sorts of trouble, Rosie. These are rabbit eyes bushes, and we have several of them planted here.
We don't get these. We don't eat these till like mid-July.
Right. So these are later than
4th of July.
These are later than the high bush ones. One of the reasons why people like to plant the high bush blueberries is because they do bloom later in the spring, so they're a little less susceptible to frost damage than the rabbit eyes. These will bloom earlier, but these are just so prolific. They're just loaded with berries. They're also prolific in the fact that they put off the berries. Seem to, you know,
we've moved some others around
Yeah.
that grew in between these.
I mean, we have some growing in the
some that
woods.
grew down here.
There's one.
I
Should we
know,
walk
which
over here real quick?
Yeah,
It's, I mean,
this is the first year we've actually gotten fruit on this full shade blueberry.
I mean, this is a full shade canopy right here, all year long. Well, all summer long.
This one's definitely a Brightwell too, because this one grew from when we just had this one variety in the ground.
But I mean, look, even down here in the full shade, we have like
And
tons
they're
of
bigger
berries.
than the ones up there.
Yeah, they are bigger.
They're a different color.
I wonder if it is a different one. Interesting.
They look a little different.
Interesting. But anyways, we have the Brightwells planted around this gazebo over here. We have several other varieties over here, right?
Yeah.
I think that we have some more Tift Blue right here.
Yeah, and these are all Brightwells, all going all the way around.
These are. Yes,
It goes
yeah.
all the
Oh
way
my gosh, look at all of the fruit on all of
This
them.
one we got from the woods where the other one was. That has the slightly different looking berries.
Yeah, okay. Man, they're just loaded.
Yeah, they are.
They're just loaded. These are the
Tift Blue.
no, I think these are the Tift Blue.
Okay, and these are the Legacy?
Yeah, these are the Legacy. I don't think they have a label on them.
And they just have a blueberry tag.
Yeah. I think these are the Tift Blue, and the reason I say that, oh wait, that's where the potential rattlesnake is. I'm gonna walk around here.
I don't think it's right.
I don't think it is either. These are the Tift Blue, and I think, let me just make sure. Yes, and you can see like they're even like bluer than the other. The actual leaves are bluer.
And they're bigger.
Yeah, look at these berries. Oh man, we're gonna get these soon.
Those are huge.
They are.
And then we have a little scrawny one over there.
We do. We have some more right up here too. These are Brightwell right here. We just planted these.
These are killer.
Yeah.
These are doing awesome.
All right, and then we have this whole hillside here that we were planting ornamentals on. I have to keep weed whacking this. I can't bring my mower on this. I don't know if you can see how steep the grade is here, but it's super steep. So I have to weed whack it all. So we thought we'd plant ornamentals all over the hill, and now we're kind of changing our mind, and we've planted fruit
just been
trees.
trying to fill it up so we don't have to weed whack as much.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's almost created more work. So.
But we did plant some fruit trees on here. Let's just start over here. I think we have like a dwarf, an everbearing dwarf mulberry right here. Here is this blueberry that you were mentioning just a second ago that we just
got from the woods.
Yeah.
No, this one came from between the plants.
So it's a Brightwell.
Yes, it's a Brightwell.
Okay. Rose, come on, sweetie.
And then the white butterfly bush.
Right here.
Those zapped back from the cold, just like the hydrangeas have.
Do you know what kind of grape this is right here?
A Concord grape.
Okay. We actually had one planted at this post too. It died. I think I weed whacked it on accident, but we planted these like years and years ago, and I just last year strung some cable up that I found in our barn up there, our old garage up there, and and it's taken off.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the same over here to make it more symmetrical. I got some more seeds.
Rosie, come on, get out of there. She's trying to get bit by something.
Yeah, I know.
Rose, come on.
Copperhead that lives over there.
All right, I think now we got some plums coming up here. This is like a
in this cage right here.
plum, or a, what is this? A blue Damson plum. Okay, this one we planted. Another one we planted last year. This one we planted later in the year, right? Yes,
that was like the second round of trees that we did. This is a snowball bush, an ornamental. We planted that.
Gets these like giant puffy white flowers.
Yeah, like one of the first things that gets blooms on it. So that was
You got some nandinas.
Yeah, some yuccas. These popping up everywhere.
Yucca flowers. So you can eat these.
I
think almost every part of the yucca plant you can either eat or make a piece of clothing out of.
You can make baskets and stuff out of the leaves. Looks like this is a
butterfly bush. Yep. Pathetic little butterfly bush.
But it'll get better. Then we have lantana kind of popping up
Teeny
here.
little lantana. I don't know why she's pointing this out to everybody. What else?
A Carolina spruce.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
It was a nice one. I like it. It doesn't block the view too much. I feel like it adds to the view.
Yeah.
Like I like having the tree there, but with the view in the background.
And then we planted this forsythia right here. See, that's a good one to save on your weed whacking. That one's going to be big and actually take up a good part of the hill. It's same with these crepe myrtles that we planted. These ones down here will be red, and these shorter ones are a dwarf variety.
These are the crepe myrtles she's talking about, these three, and then these two red bushes right here. I think we're going to move those. I kind of wish we just got these green ones all the way up the hill.
But these get red flowers right here, and then this one right here, it gets like lavender flowers.
Wait, what is this? This is a crepe myrtle.
Yeah. But this one doesn't get as big as these. These are the biggest ones. Yeah. And then this is another plum tree.
Another plum. This actually had a couple fruit on it until about a week ago. Then it dropped them. So hopefully next year we'll get some.
Yeah. There's a hydrangea I planted back there.
Where? Right behind here?
That tiny little plant with the... but I just planted
bush.
that.
Look at this. We need to prune that. That is ugly.
They kind of grow gangly.
Yeah.
But they're a nice one for up in the mountains. They seem to take really well and grow pretty fast.
Yeah. This looks like another...
That's a lavender crepe myrtle.
Crepe myrtle, yeah.
And...
It's another one more plum.
The last plum we have, right?
Which kind is this?
This is...
Is there still a tag on the...
Yeah, it's right here.
Rose, come on.
Santa Rosa plum.
She's sticking her nose right up in that same spot. Rosie,
come on, girl.
I'm going to put you inside.
So
I'm sorry, what did you say this was?
The Santa Rosa plum.
Okay, uh-oh. Do I see... Is that like the start of a caterpillar nest right there, maybe?
It could be spiders. Yeah, I took some out of the blueberry the other day.
All right, then down here, we are super stoked about our 2 cherry trees down here until we realized this year that these 2 do not cross-pollinate with each other. I don't know what we were thinking. I swear we researched that last year, but...
Well, I think I just assumed buying them from the place that the 2 that they had were...
I swear I thought I looked it up.
They told me that.
No, anyways. So we have a Bing cherry right here. And this was the Queen Anne cherry, and this one has gotten huge since we planted it. And they both had, whoa, I just stepped in a hole there. They both had flowers on them this season, but we got nothing from them. I read that a garden Bing cherry will cross-pollinate both of them, so I think we'll plant one right here. Yeah. We have a big empty spot right here for a garden Bing cherry. I'm so stoked if we even have a chance of growing cherries. I would just love to grow them. So let's walk down and show what the hill looks like as get a view of it as we walk up here. I just did all my landscaping here. Come on, Rose. Come on, girl. Come on.
Rosie.
Rosie, come on. So yeah, we could put the garden Bing easy right up behind these 2.
We're in front of it.
Maybe we should get more of these crepe myrtles and carry them all the way down here. Yeah. Like have a whole row of them right here. I really like the way those 3 look right there. And that's one that... I
think this right here is a big sunny spot.
For a garden, terraced.
Terraced garden, then up there too.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm thinking that but it is the least steep of all of this.
Yeah.
'Cause this is all pretty steep.
So here's the crepe myrtles. Here's those 2 red ones. I'd like to replace those with this variety and maybe stop it just like that. Do 5 of them.
Here's
You
our
can see.
sumac trees.
Yep.
That we're trying to keep these because these don't get super tall.
Yeah,
and
so
we can make lemonade out of the.
yeah, you can see I have to do a lot of work here on this hillside every year. This serves 2 purposes. It does, you know, keep our view. It keeps our view open from the house, but it's also a fire break. Our property is adjacent to like 90,000 acres of national forest or something. And on the other side of our property, down on the bottom of the mountain, is a neighborhood. So if there's a forest fire up here, you know, they have access in that neighborhood. But down here is just wilderness. So like we've got to keep somewhat of a fire break, you know, around the house. Because we do get wildfires up here.
Yeah, we've had them once where they came kind of close.
Yeah. Oh, look at this right here.
Oh, I know. This is so pretty.
It is.
These yellow trees have gotten huge.
Oh, that is so pretty. Yeah, and these right here. We've planted a couple more of these.
Yeah,
they're just teeny
sprinkled in
tiny.
over there.
Yeah, we have one over there and one on the other side though.
Should have planted those on the hill when we moved in.
Oh, we need to move this slide.
Oh yeah.
It used to be, it's like the trees growing up on it now.
Yeah, I know. There's no room for it anymore.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we've shown everything that we have up here. We're gonna get our vegetable gardens going. Hopefully our starts will start popping out like this weekend, right? Because we did them like 5 days ago. We should be getting something.
We should be.
So hopefully next time we do a garden tour, we'll have the fruit trees and the berries and the vegetable gardens to show everybody.
Yeah. And I planted a bunch of flower seeds too that haven't popped up yet. So
yes, that's true.
that'll be fun to see.
All right, y'all. Well, if you have any questions or comments about any of the, you know, ornamental or edible plants we showed you here today, just post down below. Till next time, everybody out there, take care.